Armand, the eternal captive. He was once a boy with fire in his veins, a gift for painting, and a soul destined for the heavens. Yet, fate is cruel to the gifted. He became a vampire, not by choice, not through love, but through chains. And centuries later, he would kneel before Lestat, broken, a far cry from the Venetian prodigy Marius had once cherished. How does a child of beauty become a creature of darkness? This is the story of Armand, the eternal captive. In the 15th century, in the heart of Kiev, he was not yet Armand, not yet a vampire, just a boy named Andrei, a prodigy with divine talent. He could have been a master painter, a man of legend, yet the world saw his beauty and decided to take it. Traders came in the night, not for his art, but for him. His body was sold, his fate no longer his own. He was meant to be broken. But destiny had other plans. Enter Marius de Romanus, a scholar, a keeper of secrets, an immortal who walked in the daylight. When Marius saw Andrei, he did not see a slave. He saw something worth saving. Thus, he took him, rescued him, renamed him Amadeo, God's beloved. Now, in the grand halls of Renaissance Venice, Amadeo thrived. He was not just saved, he was reborn. He learned philosophy, languages, the ways of pleasure and power. Yet, for all his knowledge, he remained Marius's creation, not an equal, not truly free. Marius loved him, protected him, promised him eternity. So when Amadeo was dying, his young body poisoned in a duel, Marius did what he swore he never would. He gave him immortality. It should have been the end of his suffering, the start of a glorious eternity. But fate does not care for promises. They came in the night, black robes, hollow eyes, whispers of damnation, the children of darkness. A cult that did not revel in immortality, but feared it. They did not believe vampires were gods. They believed they were damned. And they saw Marius as a heretic. So they burned his home. They shattered his sanctuary. They took Amadeo, not as a victim, but as a trophy. And in the catacombs beneath Rome, where sunlight never touched, they made him forget. No Marius, no Venice, no name but the one they gave him. Armand. The old ways faded, and the children of darkness crumbled. Armand was left with nothing, no faith, no master, no place to belong. So he made himself something new. He took control of the Théâtre des Vampires in Paris. He did not rule through fear, but through illusion. Here, vampires could walk among mortals, hiding behind spectacle and performance. It worked. He had purpose again. But then, Lestat arrived. Lestat, the golden-haired firebrand who laughed in the face of Armand's traditions. And with him came Louis, the poet with the soul of a mortal, a man whose longing for meaning mirrored Armand's own. Louis was a chance, a salvation, a way to be something more. But Claudia stood between them. Claudia, feral, cunning, unyielding. She was the weight that held Louis to his past. So Armand took her from him. And yet, Louis left anyway. Once again, Armand found himself alone. And so we return to that final moment, the image of Armand on his knees at Lestat's mercy. He had power once. He had faith. He had a place in the world. Yet, for all his centuries, for all his knowledge, Armand was never truly free. Not from Marius, not from Santino, not from the ghosts of his past. He was always someone's prisoner. And perhaps that is the greatest tragedy of all. Vampires are immortal, but that does not mean they are free. And for Armand, eternity was never a gift, it was a sentence.